know what, guys? I'm actually getting really fed up with the amount of bad faith individuals that claim to be conservative, but are anything but conservative or Christian. It would appear that Brandon Tatum, who I have defended on this very show, has disappointed me immensely of late. And it appears that Brandon Tatum has chosen his side when it comes to is he going to call out Candace Owens for her lies and her false accusations towards some of his also closest friends. But alas, ladies and gentlemen, he can't actually do the right thing. No, instead, he's going to choose friendship over what is right, what is truthful. Now, that to me signals bad faith. That to me signals stay the hell away from someone like Brandon Tatum, who I have been following for quite some time. And when push comes to shove, when it matters the most to actually side with truth, you choose the opposite. You choose the lie. You know, it's so much easier these days to actually just focus on the lie and defending a person that is actually a nut job because you just don't want to upset the 800-pound gorilla in the room, or because you're too afraid to upset the relationship that you've got. Look, if she gets upset over you calling her out publicly over her lies because you claim that Charlie Kirk was also your friend, then seriously, mate, she ain't your friend. Just so you are aware. You claim that she's like a sister to you, and you can have your disagreements with your friends. God knows that I've got disagreements with even my friends. I'm still friends with them. And I don't care if they call me out or bring attention to certain things that I may have said. That's what friendship is. That's what friends are supposed to do. Keep you accountable, isn't it? But yet you, Brandon Tatum, who calls yourself a Christian, are showing very rotten fruit at the moment. And he decided to come out with a Substack, which I was just, when I was reading it, I was dumbfounded. I'm like, this man calls himself a Christian, but yet now he's sided with delusion. And that to me is really, really disheartening and sad, because I have said that he's a good man, a godly man. And now I'm going to have to retract it because your true colors are really showing out. You can often tell when it matters most, when it really matters most, and it's everything is on the line, right? You can oftentimes tell, are they going to choose the cross, or are they going to choose to run away? Hey, everyone, real quick, I just want to let you all know of my brand new business called Kept Natural and my first ever product, Kept Naturals After Sun Care Gel. It's available right now. The link is available in the show description. It's a brand new, first of its kind, all natural and organic After Sun Care Gel. You can use it before, during, and after, and it helps assist your skin in feeling the best it's ever been. And also when it comes to being in the sun or even just having dry skin, this is the product that you need and want. Believe you me, I developed it for people that are struggling with their skincare or just need an added boost of their skincare. And I also designed it specifically to help you guys feel absolutely incredible. Your skin will love you, so get it right now. Link is available in the show description. For the first 20 people that get their hands on this, shipping is free. It's for Australia only. I have to preface this by saying that Australia only at this time, and then hopefully it'll become international. So why wait, my friends? Get yours right now. And it appears that Brandon is running away because the cross, ladies and gentlemen, holds accountability. The cross holds the truth. It keeps you grounded and humbled. So what did Brandon Tatum have to say? Well, he defended Candace Owens in the biggest possible way. So people who hate her keep making her famous. He writes a Substack, right? And that Substack, if you want to read it, you're more than welcome to. But I want to highlight a couple of things because the level of delusionment that Brandon is exhibiting in this Substack is truly something else, something I haven't actually seen before. Because I have said in the past, and I got to ask your forgiveness for that because I was wrong. But it seems like in these times, it's so hard to find good faith people that are really consistent. And I guess I should have been a little bit more on the ball, on the money. But anyway, this is the part that cracks me up every time. Does it, Brandon? Candace does not have to create controversy. Well, she does. She does. The controversy comes to her. No, she creates the controversy with the things that she says. Hence why controversy comes to her, because she's the one that starts it. It's not like, goodness me, mate, let's like do some like critical thinking for a second. Controversy is going to find someone that isn't controversial at all. How does that work exactly? Look, if you are a public figure, which she is, and she causes controversy, no doubt about it, controversy is going to find you. If you are a no-name person, the level of controversy that is happening for Candace Owens ain't going to find someone without the same kind of name as Candace Owens. Just saying. So controversy comes to her. Right. Not quite. She brings it upon herself. The same people who attack her online, who swear they despise her, who try to tear her down, her reputation, are the exact people who keep putting money in her pocket. They give her free publicity. They push her name higher in search rankings. They keep her trending. So Candace is essentially saying the most provocative thing under the face of the earth, and we reshare it because we want to refute it, but apparently that has a negative effect. So essentially what Brandon is trying to say here, we are causing the problem. We are the problem makers. We're the ones that prop up Candace Owens too much because it's giving her free publicity. Because apparently we can't refute any of her crazy claims. So in essence, we should just shut up. That's what he's trying to say. Because, and by the way, we don't hate Candace Owens. It's a very strong word, mate. So I'd be very careful using that word. We hate the things she says. Massive difference, because the things she says are downright lies. And you should hate the things she says too. Not that I'm here to tell you what to do or what not to do, but as a Christian, you should side with the truth, should you not? What the Bible has to say, should you not? Just the thought, maybe. They think they are assassinating her, but all they are doing is assassinating their own credibility. We're assassinating our own credibility by calling her out, something that you are now refusing to do. Instead, you are now bowing down to her, and you are part of the problem. It's people like you, Brandon, that is part of the problem. You are giving her glory and fame for no reason whatsoever, and you are attacking us for actually doing what God calls us to do. Someone that is causing dissension amongst the brethren, someone that is not actually following the Bible, which maybe you should pick it up every once in a while and read it, because it may actually do you some good to know the truth and what's in the Bible and how to treat matters like this. If someone is causing a schism in the church or amongst the brethren, you're supposed to call it out. What do you think Candace Owens is doing with Charlie Kirk, mate? She's causing a rift. She's causing a divide. And you have chosen your side. You've chosen Candace Owens' side. That's clear as day. Candace is one of the most talked about women in media. The numbers do not lie. And now she has rappers naming songs after her, not because of a scandal, not because she is begging for it, but because her presence is so strong that people cannot stop orbiting around it. That is what influence looks like. Oh, boy. You're going down a very dark path, Brandon, just so you're aware. This is the thing. People are afraid, like Megyn Kelly, now Brandon, they're afraid to call her out because of her influence. Her presence is so big. Everyone's orbiting around it. So the level of narcissism, you're just giving fuel to that. Brandon, don't know if you're aware of that. Candace Owens does not just survive attention, she dominates it. That's a headline, by the way. People underestimate Candace because they underestimate boldness. So what you're claiming, what Candace Owens is doing is bold, is it? But yet us criticizing her and all of her lies and lack of evidence, that's not boldness? How does that work? They see a woman who is not afraid to speak plainly. So, right. Plainly as in lies. Is that what you're talking about? She's not afraid to lie. There, I fixed it. They see someone who pushes back on narratives. You want me to fix this even more? We see someone who lies about narratives and about subjects to suit her own damn gain. And she doesn't care who she throws under the bus to do it, by the way. They see someone who is not controlled. Well, you are definitely controlled, Brandon. That's for sure. And instead of respecting it, they try to destroy it. I'm sorry, what? We're supposed to respect her lies? You want us to respect Candace Owens' lies, especially around your so-called late friend, Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry, what the hell's happened to you? What's going on? Candy has probably gotten to him by the sound of it. But here is the truth. Oh, boy. Please, Brandon, tell us the truth, because everything that you've said so far, has that been lies? I wonder. You claim it's the truth. Here's the truth, guys. Candace is becoming a cultural anchor. Every time someone tries to throw dirt on her name, she grows. Every time someone tries to tear her down, her audience expands. Every time someone thinks they are embarrassing her, she finds a way to turn it into a moment of victory. The situation with the game, talking about a rap song, The Assassination of Candace Owens is the name of it, proves it again. A rapper title tried to create drama, but Candace walked away with all the spotlight, and she did not even break a sweat in doing it. Goodness me. And here is a line. The entire world rearranged itself to respond to her. Get the F out of here with this horse, you know what, Brandon? I agree. The entire world didn't rearrange itself to respond to Candy Owens because of her crazy assumption that France and Israel are after her. She provided no evidence. She still hasn't provided any evidence, but yet for some reason, people still believe her. And you are one of those dingbats. Even though you haven't come out and said, I have seen the evidence, I can put my hand on my heart or hand on the Bible, whichever one you want to use, and claim, I've seen the evidence, it is credible, people should believe it. Nah, you haven't done that at all. She has not sent you any evidence, has she? But yet you come out with this Substack talking absolute rubbish and nonsense. Candace doesn't stir up drama. She doesn't stir up controversy. That statement alone isn't even based in reality. That's based in the Lululand, man. Where in the world have you been? Obviously not in reality by the looks of things. Obviously, you have started to grift. You don't care at all by the sounds of it. Lots of people are actually pretty disappointed. Even Cinema Shogun goes, people need to understand that these grifters go where the money goes. His Israel grift is coming to an end, and his Candace Owens grift is just beginning. Follow the money, right? Now, I don't want to make the accusation that Brandon Tatum is getting money from Israel or Qatar or anyone like that. I think it's more just about he's chosen his side when it comes to Candace Owens, because Candace is apparently his friend. Some friend, right? But anyway, Rahel Lee. So this is Rabbi Shmuley, who I loathe. I do not like that man at all. But his daughter is not him in a sense, right? And I think she is able to be her own person, while I vehemently loathe and disagree with the fact that both of them have this really inappropriate, disgusting shop. Let's say that and leave it at that, that they do together. It does not mean that Rahel is wrong about certain things either. If she is wrong about certain things, then we can call it out, right? But this one in particular is interesting because Brandon Tatum went on her podcast, and this is what happened after it aired. Have a watch.
My shock, after years of having been a huge Brandon Tatum fan, reading all of his stuff, listening to his podcast, watching his videos, then I invite him onto my podcast because I'm such a big fan, and he comes and we have an amazing conversation about like God and the Bible, the Torah, what's happening to the conservative movement right now, an amazing conversation. And then the next day, I get this message from his office. Hello, Rachel. Brandon asked me to reach out with a direct request. Please refrain from posting and please remove any uploaded version of the interview with him. He was not aware that you are Rabbi Shmuley Boteach's daughter at the time of recording. Brandon has publicly and consistently opposed many of your father's positions over the years, and he does not wish to be associated directly or indirectly with him or his views. For that reason, we also need to formally cancel the interview. It already happened, whatever, okay? And any planned publication or promotion related to it. Please confirm that the interview has been taken down and will not be posted moving forward. I wrote back to them saying, this is like shocking. Can you please repudiate this? I'm not taking the conversation down. They completely ghosted me, never answered me. Okay, so what's bothering me here? It's not just that this is such a degrading, demeaning message where Brandon treated me like a piece of garbage stuck to the bottom of his shoe. And that's not such a big deal because it's very common that someone's private character doesn't match their public persona. Okay, that's fine. It's also not that he went woke on me and tried to cancel our conversation and censor me because of my last name, right? I love my dad with all my heart and soul, but we're two different people. We agree on some things, disagree on other things. Conservatives, right? This is one of our biggest conservatives. We don't cancel people based on their background, their ethnicity, their last name, their religion. It's that he lied. I looked it up and I remember thinking, I don't remember him ever talking about my dad. What is he talking about? Like years of disagreement? There's nothing online. I can't find anything. It's a lie. My guess, and this is why I'm sharing this, is that this came from Candace Owens. Candace Owens has such a creepy obsession with my father and I. She has blasted us multiple times, me, on her Daily Wire show. She accused my father of murdering Michael Jackson. She accused me and my father of killing people. She used the word killing. And in this conversation I had with Brandon, I called her evil because she is evil. She is. I stand by that. And Brandon kept defending her and saying, no, Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes are evil, but not Candace. I know Candace. Candace is my sister. I know her heart. She's a good person. I believe, this is like my guess, that this came from Candace. And if Candace is censoring Brandon and Brandon caved to her censorship, and he cowed to her trying to cancel me, that is a problem. These are our biggest conservative voices. This is a problem. It's disgusting and it shouldn't happen.
I actually agree with her a lot in that, what she said. Brandon tries to get the interview taken down, effectively trying to use cancel culture to his advantage. And this is one of the biggest conservative podcasters in the space. That's what's really disappointing as well. As I said in the very beginning, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these conservative big name podcasters that sell their souls for lies, for clicks. They don't care what it does or how it makes them look. They do not care. Brandon's got a big team. Candace has got a big team. These people are like mega famous. They've got lots of money. They get lots of views. And they're leading people astray. The lies have now taken over. And wouldn't you know it, it seems to me like Candace got to Brandon, is trying to control Brandon, and Brandon is just like tucked his tail between his legs and gone, sure, Candy, I'll defend you, Candy. Tucker's evil, Nick is evil, but they're both on the same wavelength and the same playing field, Brandon. But no, because Candace is your supposed friend, you don't want to call her out. Same like Megyn Kelly. Same deal. It's just cowardice, if you ask me. Major, major cowardice. I don't care who the hell you are. Left, right, I don't care. If you say the wrong thing, if you are bad faith, guess what? I will call you out. I'd expect the same thing. If I got something wrong, I get called out. If I can't back it up with the Bible or with actual facts, reason, and logic, hello? It's what you expect. Like this space, it's interesting right now because I am noticing post Charlie Kirk, I've said this many, many times, people are just losing their brains. Losing it. They don't care about the truth anymore. They don't care about what's in this and how Christ taught us to live. They don't care. And if you speak up about it, you're apparently the bad one. If you call people like Brandon or Candace out on their lies and you back it up with truth, guess what? You're the problem. Sorry, not sorry. No, that's not how this works. You don't get to gaslight the living hell out of us and tell us that we're wrong for criticizing you for being wrong, which you are. You can't defend a narcissist. You can't defend someone who is a psychopath and doesn't actually want good to flourish. Because if she did, why in the world is she making all of these crazy accusations against Charlie Kirk's closest friends? And all in the name of, I am just asking questions. Bull. It's an absolute lie. Brandon is now, he was playing both sides, and now it appears that he's chosen his side. Wholeheartedly. I'm choosing Candace. And when you say that Candace stays winning because the truth stays with her, that, whoa. And when you stand on truth, it does not matter who takes a shot at you, you rise anyway. So you really think, Brandon, I hate to break it to you, mate, but guess what happens to liars? For a short period of time, they rise to the top as well. But they've done it dishonestly. You can still rise to the top if you lie your way there. But guess what? The fall is a lot greater. And you end up destroying your life on the way down. Or you've already destroyed your life on the way up too, because the moment it crumbles, and when it does crumble, believe it or not, because the truth always comes to light, when that happens, mate, good luck picking up the pieces. That's what happens with lies. They are destructive. But do not think for 1 second that Candace Owens is standing on the truth. She doesn't even know what the truth is. All she has done is lie, provided no evidence whatsoever to back up any of her claims. And yet you say that because she has got a massive audience of dingbats with no brains, you say that that's because she's winning and she's standing on the truth? Rubbish. Absolute garbage. There are people out there that are waking up slowly but surely. There are people out there that are realizing that she is wrong. And her life is about to change dramatically. Because the lies will get exposed. They already are. And the truth will come out. The truth will always prevail. And guess what happens? You fall. You get humbled. So good luck. Good luck, I say. Choosing the wrong side. Close with this question. Where are the good faith Christians? Especially in this space. Where are they? There aren't many left, and that's sad. That's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.